Hello, and welcome back to another season of Hermitcraft with me, Zedaf. Season 8, it's all about living on this ginormous, big, happy island, or continent, I guess, really, together, happily, we hope. And the place I've decided to settle down in, typically, is on the opposite side of where we've spawned, which means we have a mighty, naked adventure to go on. Oh, and also make sure you go and give a big hermity welcome to Pearlescent Moon and Gemini, who are now joining us. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, the first step is going to be to get out of this village without getting smacked by this guy, if at all possible. That would have been terrible. And it would also help if I went the right direction as well, maybe. Just a hunch, I don't know. Somehow I'm already hungry. I guess it's realistic, at least, to real life. So, mushroom stew. Oh my, look at that! What is that? That is not where we're going to be living. It might be where we're dying if we get too close, though. Let's just skirt around the edges of this. Right, now we reach some water, and we are, I think, on the other side of this. It's like a massive, giant bay. I think it's called Dead Man Bay. Is what is the rumour of what I hear about this. It's nothing sinister. It's named after Henry Deadman, who got brutally murdered here 20 years ago. Boat in with my mushroom soup or stew. I don't. It's a stupid question, really, or a stupid question. One of the two. And cue the Jurassic Park island music, because there it is. This is our peninsula where we are going to live in all of its glory. Where's there's any trees? There's no trees. And I've been reduced to hunting spiders to get string to make wool, to make a bed, because there's no sheep anywhere that I can find. I'm literally sleeping in woven spider bum string. It's quite comfy. I also ate my last mushroom stew, so I switched over to a kelpful diet, but then remembered that fish are the chicken of the seas, so I made a fishing rod using some spare spider bomb string and patiently waited for the fish to bite. A real zen experience. Successful survival. I did not die, and I have food and a sky above my head. Everything's going okay, but it's about time that we discuss my season plans. What am I up to this season? What is my base gonna be? And I can tell you now, I have thought about this very, very thoroughly, and I think I have a really, really good plan. We should have a lot of fun. And it does involve a costume change, though, so let's just go... Oh, where have you gone? There it is. It's science time. Yes, indeed. Myself and I guess the base too are going to be asking many, many questions in the face of science to see if we can gain some kind of knowledge. Any amount of knowledge will do, really. It'll be a great improvement to what I currently have. So that is going to be our quest. And it's not just going to be the usual stuff, things that you could just look up on the wiki. Oh no, it's going to be brand new, very, very Zedaf-y things that make other people ask the question, why? And to achieve that in a somewhat scientific manner, we are going to have to build ourselves a laboratory. And I've already lost count. This isn't boding well. But yeah, it's going to be my own beautiful little lab. And of course, I need to go for a nice modern, sleek style. I want to try and completely cover this mountain peninsula area with one huge, big kind of factory-like lab. We're going to have a lot of glass, which means a lot of sand. We're going to have a lot of white concrete, which means a lot of sand and gravel and white dye. So far I've just been using a composter to get myself a little bit of bone meal. All of the dried kelp and normal kelp stuff, I can turn that slowly into some to get the white dye. I'm not sure how we're going to get the nice blue for the windows yet, because I want all the glass to be nice tinted blue. I think that gives a real sciencey look. Let's dig out a little bit more of the floor here, get a bit more of a shape going on, because I think shapes are very, very important. If there's one thing scientists know about, it's shapes. They're absolutely great at it. You ask any scientist how many corners a triangle has, bam, they know. Three right there, instantaneously. And that's the kind of genius that I'm hoping to acquire over the course of this season. Some people will say I'm cheating. Some people will say it's the easy way out. But I've never built in this style before. Just, you know, you just chuck a shape down. You just say, this part of the building is going to be a big rectangle. Bam, you build it, you stick it out the side of the mountain, and it looks great and sleek. And a millionaire would be pleased to buy a house like this. That's the vibe we're going for here, folks. Luxury. Luxury millionaire scientist. Pincushion if I'm not careful. And that is looking pretty good, I think, honestly. It's kind of looking like a cross between a nice modern mansion and an ice cream sandwich, which ironically are the two things I would buy in order if I did win the lottery. So there is one thing over here in the ocean. Can you see it? Can you see the magma blocks down there just off in the distance? I think there is a portal all the way under the water there. Who on earth built that? I do not know, but I certainly want to go and investigate it and see if there's normally a chest or something with it, right? I don't know if there's good loot or bad loot. I've sort of forgotten, but we're going to figure it out. Hopefully we can swim to it. Aha. Dude. Look at that, it's nearly complete as well. Oh goodness, bubbles. Oh, actually, that's good though, right? Bubbles. I need bubbles to get air. Yeah, I can breathe underwater as long as I stand down here and crouch. Okay, blast protection hat. That's for when I go to the nether. Plenty of flint. A little bit of drowning. Okay. And some horse armor. Nothing that exciting, but the obsidian's nice. Just found a shipwreck now as well. I wonder if we'll have any more luck with this one. This is actually belonging to be under the water, right? Unlike a portal. Ooh, we got some moss blocks. Lovely. I will take all of that. Thank you very much. That gave us our very first spuds, which is nice. We've now got the wheat, trees, cactus spuds, sugarcane is going down here as well. It's all going. I want to try and get everything as soon as possible so that we can experiment on anything we absolutely need. We are going to be building an experiment today at the end of this episode once we're a little bit more ready. But let me just show you exactly where this farming place is. It's kind of the other side of the mountain of where we're beginning to build the lab. I've also got a little mining shaft down there as well. Got to get the good stuff. And we come out straight into our big ice cream sandwich. And you'll see I have already bunged another shape straight on top. This one is kind of like a semicircular thing. We're kind of going for these like curved corner edge bits. But this one is more like a cylinder that I want to push straight backwards, carving a massive hole almost all the way through this mountain, actually, in this kind of curved shape, a bit like a hanger. I think we have some of these smooth stone slabs, and I'm going to use these instead. Oh, actually, let's use this. This big one window will be glass, but along the edge here, I actually want to put a whole wall of these. They kind of look like shutters or tiles or something like that, and I'm going to literally follow the curve all the way up and over the top of the roof for some kind of like hangar bay or something. I don't really know what this is going to be, but hopefully it looks good and it's not just all white and glass. Back over to the farming whilst we have some slabs cooking up. I am very low on fish and I don't want to keep going around getting all the fish out of the water, cooking them up and that. It's too much energy, too much work. And I do have these 8 eggs. There were some chickens way over there that were they just left them on the ground. I don't think they were using them anymore. So I just took them. And I want to make a little chicken pit here. I don't think this is really the way you should do it, but I'm just going to have a hopper minecart going underneath all these slabs to pick up all the eggs. A nice big pit so we can just get loads of chickens bred up, kill a bunch, have a load of food in one go. It's going to be a very kind of manual farm, but more of like a bulk manual farm should do the trick. So let's get the cart going around first. If we do that, excellent. Then we jump out the way. Oh, we didn't jump out the way. And we have got to put all our hope into making sure that at least just one of these eggs gives a chicken. So come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if I do a spin? 7. Oh no. 8. Well, I managed to find myself some more slightly older eggs this time, which is probably better. A little bit more effort, but you know what? We're going to have chicken, or we can eat chicken at the end of this, so it's totally worth it. And you know what they say about chicken, right? It's the fish of the land. Yes. I am liking where this is going so far. A little bit more building for today, and then we'll move on. I've got some of this new deep slate as well, and I really like... Which ones is it? It's the deep slate tiles. Let's make a whole bunch of those. And then the polished deep slate, this one here. Let's just grab half a stack of those. Lovely. I think these are going to be our flooring. I was just going to have white, but then it's like white ceiling, white floor, white pillar thing, everything. So I wanted to try and mix it up a little bit. And I'm thinking we have one of these as like an edge block that would go all the way around the edge like this. And then another one can be the fill block in the middle. Look how beautiful these are. I really like these new textures. It's so good. It's so good to have new things to play with as well. And this makes for quite a nice, quite a sophisticated laboratory. I can never say that word. I keep wanting to say lavatory, but it's not. Laboratory. And you know what, though? I would like to have this in my lavatory as well. I think that would be quite nice. I have got some cyan glass now, which, as much as this hurts me, trust me, it hurts me a lot more than it hurts the glass here. I want to just kind of edge the bottom of the glass windows here. I think it would make a little bit of a nice texture all the way along. Yeah, it just kind of gives you that little bit of an extra line. I love this view as well. The sun comes down and sets right in front of this window, where you're going to be doing so many lab test things and just having a wonderful time. It's going to be so relaxing. And heading on up to the above room. I don't know what to call it yet. None of these things have got any use right now, but they will have. Look at that. I've used the two different kind of glasses to create this nice little pattern. Not the best looking up close, but when you get a little bit further away, we'll go and stand on there in a little bit. I think it creates quite a nice, it's like a sheen, like the sun is shining down on the glass and creating these bands. And you can see we've added all of these now as well, looking pretty cool. Looking quite nice from the inside as well. Plenty of room. That's the one thing I want this laboratory to have, is lots and lots of room for all the things we ever need. Keep putting the floor in. We are going to have to bust the ceiling out here because I want a staircase. But annoyingly, concrete doesn't still come in slabs and stairs and things, but we do have a very similar alternative. So we just move this one to here, and then we move this one to here, and then we realize that this is underwater, so it's probably not going to actually light anyway. Why did they build this under the water? It makes no sense. But I guess it's probably better this way anyway. Let's grab our special Nether helmet, and in we go. Boop, to our very own Nether portal. Better get the coordinates of this first, just in case. Excellent. Let's see where we end up. I mean, we are all on one continent after all, so we'll probably link up to somebody else's. Very scary. Okay, we're right above the fortress. I do need quartz, and it's right there. I'm tempted. It's just like paper thin. I think this is paper thin. Well, that place is very, very scary. But we are now very, very starey because we have 20 quartz blocks that I am smoothing up because that makes it look even better when it's not got any weird edges. We can turn those directly into some stairs. Oh, can I? Yes, I can. Okay, I'm pressing the wrong button. And then I think I want it to go kind of up this way so that we still have a way through behind here. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we have the stairs start about here. That should give us plenty of tunnel room behind. Let's give it a nice feel test. You got to feel your stairs. Oh, that had good action. Lovely. And then back up again. We go around the corner. Up, up, up. Oh, that's so smooth. Let's try it backwards. Yes. Yes, you know your stairs are good when you can do them backwards and they feel good. Oh, Scar. And we have a perfect 3-wide tunnel here as well. Behind the stairs, plenty of room for corridors and things. I want to try and make all these rooms very, very separate, but kind of very open plan, and everything connects to everything. I don't want it to be a maze. I don't want to get lost. I've had that before in bases, and it's just no good. You got to know where you're going. I want people who visit me to just be able to wander on in and then just have a little look around, and maybe don't touch the experiments, but, you know, they can enjoy themselves anyway without getting too lost. So, yeah, I think that's all we're going to do for the building for now, mainly because I've completely run out of materials. I've been getting them by the skin of my teeth up until now, so let's build our very first experiment, and it is very poignant to build as early as we possibly can. Oh, but real quick, I do believe it is time. Look at all those little chickies. They are ready for harvesting. Plenty of eggs stored up, so I think we can just pretty much get rid of a lot of them. I'm hoping the lava bucket is going to auto-cook them as well. I'm going to just try and just do a little, just place and pick it back up again. Place, back up again. It's fine. That was it. That was all good. Just look at the steam. Yes, there we go. Cooked chicken coming straight into the thing. Put it there. We put it there. We put it here. Bulk chicken. This is so easy. And just like that, we have basically a stack of cooked chicken. We're never eating kelp ever again. All right, so let's get on with our first experiment now. Let me take off this armor first as well. We don't need that. We got all the protection we ever need. Eye protection. So about 100 years ago, an experiment was started called the pitch drop experiment, where basically you got a big sticky blob of almost looks like black rock, but it's actually viscous. It's actually a liquid, and to prove this, Some very clever guy decided to put it in a drippy thing. You can see that I know what I'm talking about, right? And then they let it just drip very, very slowly. And it has been dripping about 1 drop every 10 years. That's how slow this thing drips. And I want to kind of mimic a little bit of that by having a big long-term timer project. And seeing as this is basically episode 1 of the new season, I want something to time this base's life throughout the entirety of the season. So at the end of this, we can come back and see exactly how long the base has been going for. Not how long I've logged in, but how long the base itself has been loaded, I guess, in chunks. But, you know, if other people visit, if other people are nearby, the timer will keep ticking, and we can measure it at the very, very end. So unlike the currently going on pitch drop experiment, we'll actually finish ours. So, you know, who's the better scientist now? So in front of me here, we have our Etho Hopper clock. It's just going back and forth. There's like 8 items pinging back and forth there. It takes it in turns to do the left, then the right, then the left, then the right. And this thing has a maximum capacity. If we filled up one of these hoppers completely with 64 items in every single slot, it lasts for just over 4 minutes between cycles. And that's okay, but we need a lot longer than that. I think the base might be alive for longer than 4 minutes. So there's a few things we can do. First off, if we was to lock these hoppers up here like so, you can see it completely freezes the timer completely in whatever stage it is in. So that's very important to know. And also the redstone block here, when it's in motion, you'll see for a brief moment it goes off, but the majority of the time it's being held on. So what if we combine those two things, put an Etho Hopper timer on top of an Etho Hopper timer, so this line was actually controlling the timer below, so to speak. Sticky Pistons, by the way, provided by False. Thank you so much for that. I asked if anyone wanted to donate to science, and she was straight there. Yes, 4 slime balls. Here you go, Zedaf. Good luck sciencing. So technically, I will credit False for part of any discovery that we might make, which I think I might know what discovery we're going to make anyway. But that's the point of science, isn't it? To try and prove the things that you think might be true, and then you might learn something different along the way. So we have another timer on top of the previous one. You can see it is currently locking it. So there's still just 8 items in this bottom one, back and forth. So very, very quick like it was before. But if we chuck, let's say, I don't know, let's go 4 items in this top one. I put it in the wrong side. That's never going to move. If we put them over here, we will see that this thing will start going. And it will be completely broken because I'm an idiot. Yeah, it helps to actually put the redstone dust into the mechanism. That's usually the case. There we go. Okay, so now the top one is moving 3 or 4 items back and forth. A little bit slower, but you can see this one, every time the top one moves, 1 cobble of the 8 previous are moving back and forth. So we have just slowed this bottom clock down by time, really, haven't we? By 4 items worth of time. So what I want to try and do is work out a combination of different items in this top hopper and bottom hopper down here to try and give us some kind of readable time format, because I don't really know how many each of these items are worth right now. But after a little bit of crunching those oh so crunchy numbers, I've found that 145 in one of them and 31 in the other one will actually provide us with an hour. Every single hour, just about, it's like 0.001 off or something, will spit 1 item out of this dropper. So I'm actually going to put the longer one in the top hopper. This one's going to be going a little bit more regularly, back and forth. Items will be flowing. This is the one that gets locked. So let's start off, put the 31 straight into there, and the 145 straight into that one. So there we go. Now we just kind of wait an hour, I guess. But you'll see these ones are trickling down very, very nicely, taking just under 2 minutes to completely move from one side to the other, whereas this one down here has 31 times that. So just under 2 minutes times 31 is 60 minutes. Or like I say, they're about good enough for us anyway. Perfect. Oh, there we go. We have had our first pitch blob drop. I'm trying to now prove that obsidian is actually liquid. There we go. I put 24 of them in there, so this is good for the next day. I'll come online and check this tomorrow and put more obsidian in, but this chest I will not touch. So any items that come in here, we know this is exactly in hours how long this machine has been running for. So I've done a little bit of maths here. This whole chest, if filled up with all 64 stacks, would be 72 days worth of time, which is a long, long time for this place to be loaded constantly, remember. So yeah, hopefully we won't need much more than that, but we can always take that pitch out, put it in a different place. That's what they did in the real experiment. They actually moved a beaker to a different place because it was starting to get a little bit full. So as long as we keep a good track of the ones that have actually come through, we know if we poke our head around the back here, we should be able to get a little bit of idea of how long until the next drop is going to drop down. Oh, no, don't go in there. So we have 19 in there and 12 in there, and I think they're flowing this way. So these 19 all have to make it over here. That's 19 times 2 minutes, remember? And then all 31 have to make it back there again. But that doesn't make sense. No, I think when these 19 go through to there, that's when this will push back the other way, thus triggering one of the drops. Excellent. So let's cover that back in. We have our first experiment well underway. Start getting your votes in now for exactly how many drops do you think are going to happen by the end of the season. Obviously, this will be one of the last experiments that we actually check. Here's me talking about the end of the season already, and we've only just begun. I tried to make it look a little bit pretty as well. We're using the new glowing item frames, which I heroically managed to get the glowing squid ink for. I did see him. I thought I saw something glowing down here. Okay, great. These are good. Hello. Do I just kill you? Oh, do I kill you? Yeah, don't hurt me back. Ow, 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 ow. And some glass and clocks and things like that. We might decorate this a little bit more better later when we have a bit more stuff. I'm very much just using the bare minimum that I have access to right now. Let's check out our upper room up here. It's a bit brighter up here. We probably need some skylights and stuff too. I'll be doing some bits and bobs off camera, and we'll be sure to keep checking up on this to know exactly how long I've actually been playing here as well. It's a bit pressuring now, actually. I wish I hadn't built this. At least this hasn't got like TNT blocks in or something. Can you imagine? Oh, that might be an interesting idea. 8 different stacks of things that aren't blow-upable, and then 1 TNT. So 1 hour, you might just suddenly get an explosion in the air. It's like a cuckoo clock, but more of a kablamo clock. So please do leave any experiment ideas that you have down in the comments as well. Remember, nothing that you can just look up on the wiki. I want to be doing specific ZFE experiments here. Wacky things that maybe don't even have an answer. Or maybe like games and things as well. Hey, I can experiment on other hermits, remember, so maybe we put some psychological tests for the hermits to try and uncover. But yeah, let me know any ideas you have down in the comments. I hope you very much enjoyed. As always, a massive, massive thank you to my wonderful, wonderful patrons whose names are on the screen right now. These people have supported me and supported the channel, and they're basically awesome people that let episodes like this continue. So thank you all very, very much, but until the next episode, a bye.